All right, today we're joined by the one and only Jackie Oskadoo Zoo. Jackie, everybody, professional strong woman from
Jackie
Saskatchewan.
Osczevski.
Oszewski. There we go. I think I knew how to say that, but I was just going to run with it anyway for the piece,
It's
so it worked out.
literally phonetic on my Instagram profile.
Yeah, it was. Jackie Osczevski, international level strong woman, currently deep in prep for Strongest Woman in the West next month. You also have Strongest Woman in Canada coming up. How's prep going so far?
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be here. It's good to see you again. Haven't seen you saw you at the last show that we were both at, but that was super quick.
That was
So
Strongest Woman in the West, wasn't it?
was it a year ago? But it's beautiful here. The sunsets are unreal. Anyways,
Horrible sunrises, but yeah.
the sunrises are terrible, but the
Yeah.
sunsets are another level.
Mm.
No, I'm happy to be here. Prep's been going, it's been going pretty good. I have the Shaw the weekend before that, so I've set more of my focus and attention on the Shaw. And there is a little bit of crossover with Westerns the weekend after. So, but I've been playing around with some stones for pressing and some single arm sandbag tosses and some keg presses. I have a 140 keg that's been going up no problem. So things are looking really good. I'm feeling really good. I'm currently already hitting weights for the Shaw. Yeah, I'm just really excited to come the next weekend and throw down and get my title again and see my girls and have some fun, eat some barbecue.
So yeah, you got all the prep work coming up for those couple shows there. We talked earlier how you're a shift worker, been working lots of nights lately. Can't be easy working longer shifts, working night shifts, trying to get your training in and only getting like 36, 48 hours off in between your sets. How have you been able to balance all that?
So I'm naturally a night person anyway. I much prefer, like I said, a sunset to a sunrise. So the shift and my husband Aaron used to work shift work too. So I've actually been listening to what he was saying of how he used to handle the shift from days to nights and nights to days. And so it's been working really well, like with a bedtime schedule and sticking to it and just really being attentive to that because I know that once my sleep fails and like goes, so does my training. So I've been really trying to get my rest in because, as we all know, sleep is the biggest recovery tool that we all have. But it's the one that we easily give up, I suppose. But yeah, I've been really trying to get my sleep in, make sure I'm eating my meals throughout the day, and then making sure I'm taking my pre workout. And then I try and get to the gym about 3 hours before, and then before my shift, and then 2.5, 3 hour window, and then off to work I go, and I'm set for the shift. Make sure I take my meals and my protein powder and all that stuff with me. So yeah, it's been working really good. I much prefer training for a night in a night shift than training after a day shift.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. Sounds like you got a good balance worked out there for you.
So yeah, my night shifts, I only get 2 weeks of nights and then I go back to 5 weeks of days. So working day shifts after a long day shift of dealing with people, because I'm a supervisor slash house manager at a care home with people with intellectual disabilities. And so dealing with staff who don't necessarily see the greater picture for the needs of the residents, dealing with a big staff body, and then just being mentally exhausted and having to come to the gym and push hard. That's probably more tough than having the day to chill, eat, go to the gym, and then go and deal with those people. Plus, the night staff, they're like clockwork. Like, they're pretty reliable and dependable. So, like, they do their job and I don't have to question it. Night shifts are way better. Even nurses say that nights are better. So, I honestly find balancing training in the night shifts way easier than day shifts.
Yeah, no, that's fair, and that's the thing with this sport. But once you make it into the pro levels type thing, it's not really a kind of career where you can put everything else to the side and just focus on training. There's unfortunately not a huge amount of money in it, and then you got to be at the tippity top to even get close enough to where you wouldn't have to work. So a lot of people don't think about that you're juggling an entire adult life outside of chasing your dream to be potentially the strongest woman on the world, right? So it's a lot.
Totally, totally. And even the top echelon, they all work. Rebecca Roberts, we had a little get together on Zoom a few weeks back, and even she works a 40-hour week, maybe even longer, depending on the season that they're in. But yeah, with the other pro women that I'm friends with, like all of us have jobs. When it comes to, I would honestly call them the 0.01% of athletes who don't have formal jobs, but they still have to hustle. They're still they have brand deals, they're pushing out content like crazy. Like I would honestly say that, because I tried that for a bit and it's not for me. Like being an entrepreneur is not for me. I personally, and this is not a dig at anybody, but personally I find it hard to stay personal and be one-on-one with people and intentional when I have to push forward an entrepreneurial thing. So for me, it's just not. Um, I like to be in the nitty gritty with the people that hire me as a coach. I like to be there and like on their level, support them, cheering on their success rather than I tie it with a fake persona just because I'm not an up person all the time. Um, I'm just not a bubbly, outgoing person. If you have me as a friend, you have me locked in, and I'm gonna be your bulldog for life. And like, it is what it is. Like, I'm very loyal to a fault, but I'm not that up and bubbly, outgoing person. So that entrepreneurial thing isn't for me, and I find it very hard to be genuine in that space. For me, that's very difficult, and I wasn't able to sustain that. But some people are very bubbly, very outgoing, and they're able to maintain that personal um, as well. So like it's just built for some people and not built for me. But it is very difficult, like having to push forward your own brand, having to push forward multiple brands, brand deals, having to push out content. Like I can barely push out 1 or 2 posts a week, let alone however many is required from these brands. So yeah, a lot of us work and a lot of us have to steal from Peter to pay Paul, if you will, to maybe miss a day here or give a day here. A lot of us miss out on family functions because we work and we train. And when it comes time for peak, we have to say no, which is really tough. So yeah, like it is difficult to juggle. It is difficult to balance, and it is not a sport that pays. You have to pay to play. But I mean, it's a fun sport. It's something that I'm really good at. It's something that it's brought a lot of friends, a lot of chosen family into my life. So it's something that I'm very grateful for. So I choose to pay to play because in doing so, I get to be around my chosen family. I get to see my sisters. I get to see my brothers. Like it's brought so much good into my life that it's worth missing out on stuff like that. It does become a little isolating when you're in the gym by yourself all the time. It does make you a little socially awkward because all you know how to talk about is the gym.
Which is why we only talk to fellow lifters.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. In the gym, I have lots of friends. We all know how to talk to each other, but when you get out of the gym, it's like, so, and then in your head, you're like, don't ask them what their max deadlift is. Don't ask them what they can overhead. Like, don't ask them what their like, just try and be normal. And it's like, oh my God, I forgot what it's like to be normal before the gym.
No, I get that for sure. You kind of get stuck in your own little community, and it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what else to talk about.
Well, and within that community, a lot of us find strength because of shared experiences or some shared trauma, some just different life experiences bring people to the gym. And so you find a lot of souls that you match with, really. And they just and then in those relationships, in those friendships, that's where, you find that vein of things to talk about.
No, that's fair. Let's say strong man, strong woman never really became a thing for you. Was there another sport that you might have kind of dwelled in a little bit? Say like competitive cheese rolling or rhythmic gymnastics, maybe synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming for sure.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely cheerleading. I would likely be the base. More than likely volleyball. I could probably be the center girl who just dives for all the balls. I played it in university. I took an aquatics class for extra credit and got a solid 92 in that class.
So synchronized swimming was a real option for you at one point.
Yes, indeed. Diving more so for heavy things at the bottom of the pool. But actually, that was fun. Now that I think about it, me and only 2 other guys could bring up the heavy stuff that the instructor dropped in the bottom of the pool. It was like fancy lifeguard instruction course. Very
Were you
true.
dabbling in strong woman at that time, or was this pre?
No, at the time, I was actually playing ultimate frisbee for the U of S women's team.
Nice.
I was competitive in a different way. I was very much a runner. I called myself a marathon sprinter because there would be times where you could only swap out with teammates after a goal was scored. And there would be times where a point would go on for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And oh, were your lungs ever burning? And that was my thing back then, was my lungs went before my legs. But now it's my legs before my lungs. A lot of training. Like, once you have that kind of a runner's engine, it kind of never leaves. But yeah, I played for the last 3 years in my university. And then the last year of university, I actually skipped out on Ultimate Frisbee Nationals to go and do Strongman Nationals. So there was a bit of crossover. And then I tried to do rec, because I was in a B league. I was in the tier B league. The A league, they went to Worlds every single year. But we were like the very top competitive team in the B league, if you will. Um, and so I tried to play, but I put on too much muscle, and running was just not a thing. All that stopping and starting and agility that takes place as a cutter, like, I couldn't handle it on my joints. I just put on too much muscle, and running and cutting was the hardest part. Yeah, if strongman wasn't a thing, I might dip back into frisbee, just because it was a lot of fun, great community, great people. But the football team, the women's football team here in Saskatoon, the Valkyries, they've been coming after me every year, asking me to come try out. Aaron says I would be assassin of a defensive end, and then someone said maybe right guard or left guard, depending. So maybe I might try out for that. I've also picked up tennis. My coach gave me a week off, and I had no idea what to do with myself. And so I was like, I'm gonna go crazy. So I bought tennis rackets because they were on sale, because I used to be really good at tennis too. So then, yeah, we've played like once a weekend or something like that. So I'm not super good, but I can definitely hold my own in a match. I'd also probably go back to badminton, because I was also a sniper of a shot there too.
Sniper, you say?
Oh yeah, I could put that birdie anywhere.
I like it. I like
Oh
it.
yeah, bud, I could put it anywhere.
Oh, just ring it right off the net there.
Right, I just tick the net, just a little tick, and it's over.
Speaking of that, it kind of reminded me of a post I saw from you a little while ago where you gave yourself a nickname, Larry Long Arms. I'd imagine having longer arms would be beneficial in both tennis and badminton. But
Big
I've
time.
seen you use that name before, and I love it. Where did that kind of come from?
I think Bailey called me that when we first started. I think she actually said, "Holy Larry Long Arms" or "Larry Long Legs" or something like that in Norway when we went to Strongest Woman in the World in 2018. And then it kind of just stuck. So I just call my appendages, my arms and my legs, Larry's, because it's like Daddy Long Legs, but I'm not calling myself that. So I'll call myself Larry Long Arms or Larry Long Legs, one of the two.
That's fair. Larry's a much less masculine name than Daddy.
Yeah. I also, I my DMs are flooded with interesting characters, and Daddy is a nickname I do not need to have for them to exploit further.
Yes, I could only imagine. We'll leave that there. What would you say would be like the most ridiculous moment you had during a competition? Like,
Well, it wasn't an event, as it was just like a younger Jackie, like 20. Oh, shoot. How old was I back then? My first nationals was 2016. Okay, so 2016 nationals. I didn't know. I didn't grasp anything back then. It was just fun. I was happy to be there. I was strong. I was happy that I was being competitive again. What I've been noticing is a lot of college athletes who, especially like football college athletes, so the male athletes, they all come to the sport because that competitive drive just hasn't left them. And that goes for more than just college athletes. That literally goes for anyone, really. It's just that competitive spark just never left. And they just like to compete. They like that feeling, right? And so I was just happy to be competing again. Like, university was over. I didn't want to be done competing. CrossFit wasn't for me. I strained my shoulder doing a kipping pull up. Like, my arms were just not built for that sport. So finding something that I was kind of good at was strong. So I remember sassing Allison Lockhart after I beat all the open women in the tire flip. And like, I was just like, I'm gonna get this tire. Yeah, I'm gonna cross the line. I forgot that we had to bring it back 50 feet. It was a 100-foot tire flip. And I forgot that I had to bring it back. So I was just super stoked that I got it 50 feet. And so like my coach was like, oh my god, she's doing it. Oh my god, she's getting so many points. And he's losing his marbles. And I go up to Allison and, well, actually, she came up to me because I was just, I don't know what I was doing. I was just, I don't know.
You're just
And
hyped in the moment, yeah.
yeah, I was just 23, didn't know where I was, time or space, just having a time. And so Allison comes up to me and she goes, "You really crushed that tire flip." And I just decided to be sassy and I was like, "Yeah, I beat you real good." And she was just like, she just kind of laughed it off because, like, clearly she's more professional than I was at the time. And she was like, "How long?" And she just started to talk to me and stuff like that. And I chilled a bit and I was just like, "I'm just happy to be here." And she's like, "No, it's good to see fresh blood. Like, this is good. Like, I'm happy that you're here." So that was kind of a funny moment. That was the first time that I actually talked to her. And then I guess the second funny moment was 2017 nationals, the year I won my pro card. I was at nationals with Bailey, Booty Hole, nowhere, New Brunswick, Bathurst. It was Bathurst, New Brunswick, and or Bathurst, whatever you want to say. And I was frustrated because I kept going last. And I was like, why am I going last every single time? Like, I just want to get it done and over with and go first. Why can't I go first?
Yeah.
And Josh was like, Josh Clordy, for you, Mehmet.
Cheeseburger walrus.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, he's a chonky seal now. He's not a walrus. Um, you Albertans are weird with your names. Like, get the hint. He's not a walrus anymore. He was just like, Jackie, going last is a good thing. That means you're in first place. And I was like, oh, well, I want to go first. I want to. And so then I had to wait, and I didn't want to wait. I just wanted to go out there and have fun. I wanted to run under the yoke. I wanted to run back and forth with the Husafel. I just wanted to go and have fun and just go play. Like, I just wanted to go play. And so after that mini tantrum, and I'm to the women who were there who were taking it serious, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't take it serious and I threw a hissy fit about going last. I'm sorry. I didn't. I was young. I'm sorry. And so there was a ATV sponsor, and so they brought some ATVs, and then me, Bailey, and I think Shelby came along, Bailey's friend, but she didn't actually join in the shenanigans. Me and Bailey pretended to race the ATVs. Um, and then they're like, Jackie, you're up. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go. So those are some memorable, fun moments of when I was younger.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Those are the ones that get us through those kind of long shifts when you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, but you're like, yeah, okay, you gotta get that training session and keep it going.
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jackie, when you possibly win Strongest Woman in the West, do you have a cheat meal in mind? Like a celebratory, be it a drink or a food item of things you'd like to treat yourself with?
Well, when I get my title again,
Oh, juicy.
yeah, no, I'm putting it out there. I
Okay.
can, if you are upset about that, show up and show out, plain and
Yeah,
simple.
fair enough.
I even came prepared.
Oh, what is that? You'd sink right to the bottom of the ocean with that thing.
I know, and with all this muscle mass, I'm dead.
Yeah, you got about 8 minutes of floating time and then
Are
you're
you
done.
kidding me? Like, my body's just gonna be like, I quit, and take
Yeah,
me. Well, it's gonna be a big sky, so there's gonna be some good barbecue. And last year
yeah.
there was some good barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but I typically do like to go for the poutine, and I am insanely insulted that Bailey said that she does not like. How dare you? How dare you, Bailey?
What a Yankee.
Fucking Yankee Doodle. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't swear. So Leo's Tavern, once a year, they bring
Yep.
out the extreme pickle poutine.
Ooh,
It's
I don't
like a,
like pickles, but I like poutine. I like poutine. Please be my friend.
oh my god. So anyways, as I was saying, Mehmet,
Hang
They
up.
do, yeah. They do like fries and then cheese curds and then gravy and then dill pickle powder and then chopped up pickles and then more fries, gravy or curds, gravy, pickle salt, pickles, and then oh, it's so good. And then they top it with like a dill pickle sauce. Oh yeah. Mm.
Good
Think
thing.
of it. Think of it. The sodium and potassium, the electrolyte, the recovery.
I'm
You've
good.
you've never drank pickle juice after a long day?
No, never. Not
What?
once. No, no, I'm good.
Maybe that's just a Saskatchewan thing. I don't know.
You Sam Saskatchewanites do some weird things.
Do you not use like dill pickle vodka in your Caesars?
No, no.
What?
This interview's over. Goodbye, Jack.
Yeah, goodbye. Who the heck are you? Oh my god.
Yeah, stop wasting my time.
What the heck? Anyways, Leo's Tavern Dill Pickle Extreme Poutine. That is what I usually go for anything, but now that I found that that exists, that's most definitely what I go for. And a big old pint of cider.
So yeah, you've been at this a little bit now. You've competed internationally as well. I know you competed in the States as well. Was there anywhere else besides the States you've competed at?
Yeah, so like in my 9 years total.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been to. I know Alaska is still part of the U.S., but I mean,
Oh,
not
so
many people go to Alaska.
is that the one where they had the fish throwing event? Yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah. Bailey was with you there, wasn't she?
Sorry.
Was it Bailey Cloherty with you there? Yeah, I
Yep.
remember that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that was the competition where she defaulted into the Arnold Pro that next year. And honestly, be proud of the default, baby. Like the other
Oh
girl
yeah.
did not make weight. The
Yeah.
other girl signed up too late. Default. Just be proud of it.
Yeah.
If it opens a door, it opens a door. You walk in. Why are you stupid to stand at the door and say, "Oh, but like I'm default." Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let me through
Well,
the door then. Move. Like, what are we doing?
yeah.
So
It's like
that was
my good friend Dominic Toretto once told me. He said, "It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, because winning's winning."
exactly. Exactly. So Bailey proudly walked through that door. So that was fun. That was where we also discovered that Josh sucks at Uno and we
Okay.
exploit him at every chance we can. And that's also where we discovered the best blueberry beer that I have never been able to find again.
Ah,
And I
in
hate beer
Alaska.
in Alaska. Yeah.
Okay.
So Alaska for strongest woman in the world, Norway. Um, and then just a lot in the States. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Extinct Games asked me to come compete next year. So depending on what my schedule looks like, I'd love to go do that. I've competed almost in all provinces across Canada, minus Manitoba and Nova Scotia and PEI and Newfoundland.
Yeah.
So, but and BC, I haven't competed out there yet, but I've visited. But yeah, a lot of states, a lot of Canadian provinces, and then a few different international places as well.
No, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Like circling back on the exploitation of Josh Cloherty. What else happened there?
The renter of the vehicle rented a vehicle that was too small for a lot of us,
Yeah.
for three open athletes and a weight class athlete. So I'm pretty sure Josh had to ride in the back, like the storage area. What else?
Did he get like? Did you pull straws, or was he just kind of like ousted to the rear?
He won the front seat because he was the tallest and the biggest. And then the two athletes were not allowed to go and sit back there. Although I think Bailey took a shift because she was one of the smaller people. But she only took one shift and then said never again. And so then
Yeah.
I think Josh had to ride in the back after that. And it was like an SUV, so he had to cramp back there.
That sounds horrible. Who booked the vehicles?
I wouldn't know. Alaska was a lot of fun though. Like I can't complain
Yeah.
about that. So we got to kiss a moose and pet some reindeer. So
Was the moose alive?
yes,
Why did you kiss it?
I didn't. I freaked out and I handed him because we were supposed to put like a shaft, like some wheat in our mouth, and then the moose would come and like snatch it out of our mouths, and it looked like it was kissing us.
Mm.
And I just couldn't. It was disgusting, and so
Yeah.
I just handed it to him.
I have absolutely zero desire to experience that for a multitude of reasons.
Well, I'm excited about the season. There's a lot of cool things on the horizon. After Shaw and Westerns, there's Strongest Woman in Canada, and that is happening on October the 3rd. And if there any millennial girls are out there or millennial guys out there, knows that is a significant day in the world of millennials. So I'm very stoked about that, and I'm excited to push for the title of Canada's Strongest. It's been out east for too long, and I think it's time that it comes back home to the west. Allison had it for 3 years in a row, and so it's going to be mine this year. So I'm going to bring that title back home to the west.
Mean Girls?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can
I have
sit
no
with us,
idea.
Mehmet.
I
You
have
can
no
sit with
idea.
us.
No idea what movie that is.
Well, you can sit with us now.
Yes. And on Wednesdays we wear pink. I know that much.
Yeah, there you go. And
Yeah.
it's October the 3rd. So,
Yeah. No, that's
uh,
awesome.
yeah, and I'm excited to compete with the girls. Like Westerns is something that I look forward to every year, ever since we started to make it a thing.
Yeah.
It's just nice to connect with the Western girls. There's a bit of a disconnect between West and East, and that's simply because of how horizontal Canada is.
Yeah.
And it's not very like I'm 6.5 hours away from Bailey, and then I Winnipeg is 7, 8 hours away, so I'm very alone out in Saskatchewan. But I feel like probably the girls in Calgary and the girls in Manitoba feel the same way. So I'm just excited to be with the girls of the West. I'm excited to get together with them. I'm excited to see so many amateurs. Like this is exciting. I'm really excited to see the growth. So I think this is going to be something that turns really big. And I just want to say thank you to Josh and Bailey and Jocelyn and Mac, who have, pushed to make this bigger and better. So, Matt, thank you to you guys. Like it's not easy. I've hosted quite a few competitions. And it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work that you don't get paid for. And it's a lot of work that not a lot of people thank you for. And it's a lot of work that people and complain about when it's like, do you want to come and do this? Like, do you want me to keep doing this? Because the reason why you have fun is because I've been organizing everything. So I just want to say a big shout out to those four. I think they've put a lot of their heart and their soul in that. Um, yeah, and I'm really excited to be with the girls, and I'm excited to celebrate, Josh, Bailey, and no, Aaron's birthday is later, but I think Bailey's birthday is no, Aaron's birthday is whatever. I don't know. The Leos of my life are having birthdays.
It's your husband's birthday, Jackie.
On the 16th. Yeah, we'll be in
Oh, you're right
Colorado
about
for
that.
that. Yeah.
What's in Colorado?
The Shaw.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, the weekend before
Yeah.
Strongest in the West.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a big ask, I guess. Yeah, for the end of August for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the weekend before that, before the Shaw, I'm actually going to what is it called? There's a small little community like 3 hours east of Regina. And I'm doing a demonstration day with a bunch of other fellow Saskatchewan athletes. So it's going to be a lot of fun. August is full of strongman, so I'm really excited because I mean it's my jam, it's my people, and yeah, I'm excited to be with my people.
I also like to give a chance if you had any sponsors that you wanted to say thanks to, kind of help you out a little bit with
For
that.
sure. So massive thank you to first of all Cerberus. They literally support me.
Yeah.
Thank you to Cerebral Wellbeing. She is a lovely licensed therapist. So if anyone is needing support, she has a very reasonable rate. And she is a clinical psychologist, I do believe. So she's very knowledgeable. Very thankful. She's really helped my mindset. Without her, I was already in a good direction, but with her, it's able to like streamline the direction. So I'm very thankful for the work that we've done together. Origin Chiropractic, they are my chiropractor sponsor here in Saskatoon. So if you're needing any kind of body work when you're in the city, hit up Alex McKenzie at Origin Chiropractic. And then Supplement World Saskatchewan in Canada, code Jackie will save you money with Cerberus and with Supplement World. So I've known Josh McGowan and the Supplement World crew since they were Hercs back in the day on Central Avenue in Saskatoon. They were literally a block away from where I lived. So I've supported these local boys since the very beginning, and I'm really proud to be on the team. I think them growing across Canada is unreal. So if you're looking for a business opportunity, it's pretty much a no-brainer. And especially if you're out east, they're really stacked out west, and they're looking for stores out east. So if that's an opportunity you're interested in, maybe hit them up and bring some good supplements. And that's the thing, is like they're also growing their brand in supplement world, is creating supplements as well. And it's
Oh,
all really clean, third party tested kind of stuff too.
that's
So
cool.
yeah. So big shout out to those sponsors. And I know Bailey did shout me out in hers, so I'm gonna shout her out in mine too. Bailey's been my girl since day one. She's been we've traveled the world together. So it's kind of weird that we're now traveling the world separately, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like, she has a baby to replace me, so it's fine. I know, but it's really cool. I'm excited to see her hop into the 82 because she was deathly cutting into the 73s. The amount of times we had to drag her limp body to check-ins, I'm very happy that she's just staying in 82.
Yeah. It makes a big
But
difference.
yeah, yeah. Well, energy, everything. Like, it's crazy what happens. I thankfully never have to cut. Um, but yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, that's a plus of being an open athlete. As long as you keep your cardio up, you do what you got to do.
Exactly, totally.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And thanks to you for always covering strongman stuff out west. I think you do a really great job, Mehmet, and I don't think you take compliments well enough. Um,
Stop.
but like, you've really bolstered the game when it comes to your broadcasting. So I do really want to say thank you, because you have put Western Canadian strongman competitions on the map, and it is having more of a global reach, which is really cool.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's always awkward. You're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, where do I look?
That's stock market. Hey, have a good day, Jackie.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.